Welcome back to G.T.O podcast episode 22, and what you gonna do when we come for you. If you like this, we got a Facebook with Sam is managing, Creeping on Girls I Like. We got a Twitter, we got an Instagram, and we also got a Patreon. If you like us that much that you'll give us money, we'll make sweet, sweet audio love to you. We'll shout you out in a video or something. We'll send you a thank you card, all that good stuff. So, also share with your friends that might be interested in the gaming podcast. But remember to tell them it's not all about gaming. We are multi-dimensional people. We're gonna talk about movies today. We watch Good Burger, right, Sam?
Yeah, I watch Good Burger.
Great.
So many times.
So all links to all that stuff is on the channel. Before we start off on the news, let's talk about games we've been playing over the past week. Sam, are you ready to tell us what you've been playing?
So I've been playing. This is going to be the same answer as it is pretty much every week. I've been playing some Mount and Blade Warband. It is the most expansive game I think I've ever played.
Have you recorded more of that?
I have a couple saved up, but it's not good.
Why? Because you did bad or bad audio quality or whatever?
It's bad audio. The gameplay is kind of slow because I was in another person's army, so I was just waiting around most of the time. It's kind of slow.
What else? That was just it?
I mean, I've played some 2K and Madden.
Well, what I played the same thing. I've been playing Pokemon Ruby recently. I beat the game, caught pretty much all the Pokemon, all the Pokemon's in the game, but I didn't complete the National Pokedex yet, and I didn't beat Battle Tower, which is going to take me a while, because I got to beat 100 competitive teams. That's going to be a bitch and a half, but yeah, I just finished 100%ing Pokemon Coliseum on a day I skipped school. I caught everything and traded them straight to Leaf Green. Now I just raped and pillaged that game. There's nothing left on that game. So I was able to do this in 49 hours, under 49 hours. And according to howlongtobeat.com, 100% run takes 52 hours. So I'm above average. So that's good. I usually take pretty long to beat games. I like to smell the roses, so to speak. But this is like a really straightforward game. So I pretty much plowed through it. Are you the type to rush through games, or?
It depends on the game. I mean, like some of the Super Mario World on the Game Boy Color, I think. I would just run through that.
Yeah, platformers are fun to run through.
Yeah.
The other game I played was NCAA Football 14. I mentioned it before. My quarterback Desmond Farrell plays for Western Michigan State. Who's texting me?
Best team in the Division 3?
No, it's Division 1, but it's like ranked like in the bottom. Like there's 126 Division 1 schools, and they're like in like the 90s or something. We in the MAC conference.
Totally heard of it.
Yeah. It's not even. I don't even know what to describe. It's a bunch of random teams. Like everyone that can't be in the SEC, Big 10, Big 12, or the Sun Belt. You come here. Whatever. I'm trying to like their prestige in that game is like it's out of 6 stars, and we had like 1 to start off with. Stop texting me, God. Anyways,
Mark's a popular man.
God, I hate my iPhone. Anyways, I was able to carry my team to like 3 years to 3 straight bowl games, and I started thinking because we kept going to the GoDaddy Bowl because we suck. Well, like I hate in college you have all these different bowl games like the Chick-fil-A Bowl. The what else? The Tostitos Bowl. Why would as a little kid you dreaming about being on the Super Bowl or the national championship stage, and like no one's dreaming about I want to play in the GoDaddy Bowl one day. Like no one's saying that. Like doesn't that kind of annoy you to have that doesn't mean anything to me. Like the Super Bowl, that sounds epic. The BCS national championship, that sounds epic. But no one's trying to go to the Chick-fil-A Bowl. Like that's not what you're working towards every day. I'm not sacrificing my mind and body on this. I don't know. And that just seems like it's worthless. But anyway, we were able to win a couple bowl games. In my 3rd season, I went undefeated. And we were able to be ranked number 1 in the whole entire nation, even though we beat nobodies for some reason. It went all the way to the BCS National Championship game. I won the Heisman that year, and we brought one back to the land, back to Kalamazoo, Detroit.
Oh, Kalamazoo? I got some friends up in there.
Really?
Yeah, they just moved there a month ago.
You go to Western Michigan State? University or whatever?
No, one is in like the Baptist something or other. The seminary up there, and then the other is just a college professor, maybe at Western Michigan. I don't know.
But back to the bowl system thing though. Like it's ridiculous to me. Like we have these sponsors, like they're getting great exposure because they're on national television on ESPN, getting so much money. ESPN signed a big TV deal with the NCAA, and recently Bleacher Report posted a photo on their Instagram showing these random 3 schools: Texas, Arkansas, and Tennessee, and what the average worth of the player is to the school. So, like, if they were to get paid, they'll be paid this. At Texas, it would be $671,000. Arkansas would be $536,000, and Tennessee is $521,000. Like, that's crazy. Y'all getting paid nothing. Like, you could make the argument they're getting paid with a scholarship, but their scholarship is not like, it's not worth 1/5 of that, I would say. I don't know. That's pretty crazy, but
Yeah.
Well, what you looking at?
I'm looking at some of the college bowls. You got the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
But that's prestigious though, because that's like the heritage of the state. Like that means something to them.
Yeah, but it's still like it's just a potato. That's the MAC conference versus MWC. You got the Popeyes Bahamas Bowl.
Means nothing.
The Dollar General Bowl. That's a big one.
That's literally you're not even good enough to get like the Family Dollar or whatever. You're the $1 bowl. What's the GoDaddy Bowl? Like, what does that mean? Like, what the MAC versus who? Or is it intra-MAC conference game or something?
It is not on here.
Oh.
It might not be a bowl anymore. It might not be a bowl this year.
Well, how do you feel about players not getting paid in the NCAA?
I don't know. It's like it's kind of a waste because a lot of them they're doing this because they're like, oh, either I'm going to make it to the NFL, or I'm just going to have some fun and then maybe get my degree while also, enjoying life. But the people that make it to the end, that are hoping to make it to the NFL, they're banking a lot of their life on this. And if they like tear their ACL, but they haven't been paid anything,
You're done.
They could be screwed out of most of what they've like tried to work for.
And it's not like the NBA or the MLB. Where MLB come out of high school, I think, and then the NBA come out after 1 year in college, which still is ridiculous to me. Why just let them come out of high school?
I guess it's because you don't want people like going into getting these $1 million paychecks with a lesser education. But 1 year still doesn't change most of that. So
can anyone Google this? Did Gilbert Arenas get drafted out of high school?
Pretty sure he did. But
all right, never mind then. But they usually the argument is that they were not basketball ready yet. But you could name so many busts that went to like 4 years in college.
No, he went to the University of Arizona. Gilbert Arenas.
And he was like dumb as rocks. Like he brought a gun into the locker room and tried to kill somebody once.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Great guy.
Yeah, great guy. Great player. He was better than Kobe 1 year. It was up there. Maybe I'm a little too exaggerating on that one, but anyways, I played a little bit, like about 10 minutes of Summer Nights Warcraft, because you need to play that for like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
And I'm stuck because I haven't played it in so long, so I don't know where I am. So we'll just move on from that. Then hopefully I'll find something out, because there's not really any good walkthroughs of it. Like game facts, but you have to scroll down this one page of text, which is dumb.
The GoDaddy Bowl. Yeah, here it is.
When is it?
December 23rd.
That's a pretty big game, right around Christmas.
In the game, it was the day before the BCS championship game, so it's the second most prestigious game, I would say.
Yeah,
maybe,
sure.
maybe
I mean,
not.
by scheduling, technically.
Anyway, we'll move on to news. Rockstar drops the first Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer. It showed off the game's visuals, introduced the setting, rural, Midwestern, showing forests, dry plains, deserts, and ranch land. I mean, I don't know if it's Midwestern or Western, but from what the title said, I thought it was. Like, the quote here is, Red Dead Redemption 2 is an epic tale of life in America's unforgiving heartland, coming fall 2017 on PS4 and Xbox One system. So, the heartland is the Midwest, right?
Yeah, about.
Alright, so I don't know why it'd be. I don't know if they have any deserts there. I haven't been, but it looked pretty dry to me. Anyway, it doesn't divulge any gameplay or story details. And I'm not especially excited for this game because I haven't played the original. But have you played the original, and are you excited for this?
I've played it up until a big point at the end that I don't want to spoil, but it kind of ruined it for me.
Because somebody spoiled it for you?
No, like the thing that happened in game kind of ruined it for me.
All right. So what could we expect from this next game? Like what are like the staples of the first one that everyone really liked?
It's a third-person cover-based shooter, technically.
Is it like Grand Theft Auto but in a different setting?
Yeah, it's like Grand Theft Auto, but in the Wild West.
That sounds pretty cool. It sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. You can do hunting, bandit or like bounty hunter stuff. You can just kill people. You can tie up prostitutes and put them on train tracks. Watch them get run over and turn into a bloody mist.
Oh, nice. The quote that I just read, it said PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
They didn't mention anything about PC.
Yeah, it's not.
So will you still get it even though it's not coming on the PC?
I plan on getting a PS4, so I definitely plan on getting this. Might take a while though.
Alright. I don't know. I don't think I'm getting an Xbox One or PS4 anytime soon.
Oh yeah, probably not soon for me.
I don't think ever, maybe. Unless I find I win a lottery.
I mean, if this keeps up, I think, depending on how big this gets, I'll probably get one for...
I mean, that's not my priority. Like, the next console I'm getting is a 3DS. And
that's fair. Hold up, the next console you're getting is a 3DS and not a Nintendo Switch. Awesome segue.
But, the Nintendo has a new console called the Switch, not the NX.
The NX was its code name.
Yeah, it was a code name. It's like the Dolphin for the GameCube and the Revolution for the Wii.
Yep.
I think you got that right. Anyway, they had a trailer that's showing a man that played the new Zelda game, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. He has a tablet on a dock that's connected to his TV, so you could take the tablet out of the dock at any time and play on the go. And from what I saw, it had no graphical drop.
No, because everything's already on.
Yeah, it's on the tablet, and the dock is just putting it on a TV basically.
It's just giving it power.
Yeah. There's many different variations on the controller. You can have like the buttons on the side of the tablet and hold it kind of like a DS, or have the two pieces kind of like a Wii mode and a nunchuck kind of. You can also have like a conventional controller when you have it plugged into the TV. I thought that was interesting. They also showed him playing Skyrim, NBA 2K16, Mario Kart, and Splatoon. Now, playing that NBA 2K, it didn't look like the downgraded version that they put out every year on the old Xbox. It looked like the current one right now. So the specs are at least like PS4 level, if not better. We don't know the specs exactly yet, if I'm correct, right?
But I mean, this isn't even like... This is definitely doctored footage.
I'm hoping though. I hope it's not.
No, I mean, it's... Everything is going to be... Nothing's going to be truly... like straight from the gameplay.
I mean, yeah,
perfect.
They can't show you those nasty glitches or whatever.
Yeah,
or the frame drops.
So like what I'm worried about is when you unplug it from the dock, that since it's going to be running on its own battery, that there's going to be some drops in specs and stuff. Like it won't be able to run Skyrim at full 1080p as well as when it's hooked up to the dock, and can just focus on that instead of trying to maintain a battery level.
I'm really hopeful in this, but I know it's nowhere near. Like, how do I expect, like, all these years Nintendo has been behind in the technology. Like, I don't really expect them to be like it is in the commercial, realistically. There's definitely going to be a drop-off on the tablet, realistically. But I'm hoping, like, because is there a tablet right now that could run Skyrim and NBA 2K, like, if they had it on there, like at 1080p 60 FPS, still looking like a console game? Does that exist?
I don't know.
Like, is there gaming tablets? Because if I'm right,
they have 2K games on tablets.
Yeah, but they're not the same. Yeah,
it's not the same.
But it's more like the Xbox 360 version.
Yeah.
But like if this is true to the commercial or even close to that, Nintendo will be ahead of the curve in like the first time in like 25 years. Which is exciting as a Nintendo fan, because competition really drives everything in this market, and I'd be excited to have another horse in this race instead of Nintendo being viewed as being behind the times. and this could be like the next Wii in terms of like sales and everything, and really boost them back up. Because I know I'm really excited for this. Because if they have like the specs, the main knock on it before was the third party support. Because there's such a drop off between the Xbox One and the Wii U and the PS4. But like the Wii U is obviously like so low. I couldn't even run a downgraded version of Watch Dogs or whatever. So now that everything's on like the same playing field, they'll get more third party support for the most part. They have burned a lot of bridges, but they obviously will get more because it's easy to port now because everything's pretty much the same. So in my eyes, Nintendo pretty much has the best exclusives that I want. Like if something's on Xbox, it's probably gonna come out on PC, so I'll get it there. It's not really exclusive, it's not on PS4, but it's
more Microsoft exclusive
than console exclusive. Yeah. So in my eyes, if you're gonna get any console, I will get the Switch. But I mean, that's what I would think. So
depending on how it could work, like the thought of playing Skyrim on like a road trip or something,
that would be awesome.
That would be amazing. Sitting on a plane flying to like London or something, playing Skyrim for 12 hours.
I remember the NVIDIA Shield. Is that a thing that you know about? Is that a thing that's out?
I don't know. I follow a couple tech channels, but I haven't watched their recent videos as much.
Well, anyways, in the trailer, they showed what I thought was funny. They showed Splatoon being played as an esport. I just thought that was a little bit funny.
That would be cool.
It's coming out in March 2017, which is really isn't that kind of an odd time to release a console? Usually they come around like October, November, December time.
Well, no, think about it. You release the console early, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get people to buy it, you get them interested, and then they wait around to see if they'll buy it, and then they buy it like Black Friday after people review it and their friends have bought it, and they get firsthand. That's just what I would do.
I think they might be rushing. They might see this as desperate because stockholders might be putting a flame under them.
They could be working on it for a while now. I mean,
yeah.
Like Fallout 4 was announced and then it released months after.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be something that they might have been working on for a couple years now.
So would you get this console? Like if you had to pick between the PS4, the Xbox One, and this?
I am not sure. Maybe I don't know. My first choice would be to get a PS4 because there are a lot of games that I'm interested for that, and I'd pick the PS4 over the Xbox One because I'm a Sony pony.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with that.
Well, if I had the money, I would buy this over the other two. And the only drawback is obviously none of my friends are going to be on this, and I don't know how. Maybe with this forward-lookingness of this console, if that's even a word, maybe they have a better online, better friend list, maybe party systems.
Maybe.
Anyway, talking about a game that we saw in the trailer, Zelda Breath of the Wild had a couple new videos come out that were leaked. They had 3 videos that showed off a couple different aspects of the game. The first one showed off different types of weather that can occur over time, like rain, thunderstorm, overcast, and clear skies. This is revolutionary. Zelda never had different weather before, am I right?
Well,
but not dynamic weather.
Yeah, not dynamic weather.
The second one, it was like a 4-minute long video showing like the weather changing, which was very unexciting.
But I mean, it wasn't exciting in the traditional sense, but it was like Nintendo's finally stepping up their game.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice to look at. But
Nintendo's catching up, and it's nice to see the metamorphosis from very stuck in their ways with the Wii U and all that to actually trying to put forth the best product they can.
Oh, they're a beautiful butterfly. The second video shows off Link traversing different terrains, jumping off cliffs, jumping over crevasses, and parasailing. The trailer really shows off the beauty of the game. Had a really high fidelity mixed with a nice art style, which it looked fantastic to me.
Yeah. Is that a volcano I see?
Yes, that might be like the final dungeon. It also like showed off the 4 temples. Like they had like, I don't know if it were or not, but It seemed like it was like a little bit of foreshadowing.
I hope this is kind of like Dark Souls in the sense that if you see something, there's like a 99% chance you can go and interact with that something. If you see it off in the distance, you're like, I'm gonna go climb to the top of that.
I think it is because when he was standing on top of the thing in the middle of the land, it seemed like in every direction there was the different temples that you could go to. I might be wrong on that, but it just seemed that way.
Ooh, it's got the parkour thing. You're climbing up like. Sorry, I'm just watching the trailer again now.
And the third video shows off combat and a potential crafting system. First thing you see, I think it was Link chops down a tree and a bundle of wood appears in front of him that he can collect, which is interesting. It also shows off many ways to dispatch enemies. You can attack them straight up like you normally could, or use environmental objects like rocks next to a cliff to smash enemies, or using fire arrows or like a stick of fire to give them a fiery death. And lastly, they showed Link slowing down time to kill his enemies, which is that something new? I'm guessing it is.
No.
It's not?
Slowing down. He's manipulated time before.
Alright, I haven't played too many of the Zelda games, but so what do you think with all three videos? Are you impressed?
Yeah, I'm definitely impressed. What looks interesting is there's the environmental interaction. There's the crafting system, like you mentioned. I'm just kind of catching up with some of this. But when he was doing a swan dive into a little pond thing, that was nice seeing there's a full range of motion. You're not just limited to only being on land or on a boat. And he did the leaf thing with the raft. That should be interesting. Did you ever play Wind Waker?
Very limited. I never owned the game myself. I probably played it at my friend Royal's house. We had a GameCube when I was coming up. But the Zelda games I have played was like 5 minutes of Ocarina of Time through Smash Brothers, because you play like the little demo, and I always used to play that to see how fast I could go. I also played Minish Cap on a GBA a lot, but I don't remember any of it.
Oh, I love Minish Cap.
I played the first game for the NES, which was I did not understand when I was playing it, so I stopped playing it, which I feel like that's how most people were. What's another game? I played, was it Phantom Tracks?
Phantom Hourglass?
Yeah, Phantom Hourglass. That's what it was.
On the DS?
On the DS, and I played. It was something tracks. It was something based on a train.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
And I remember having Phantom Hourglass because it came with the special edition DS, which I broke. It was like gold and had like a Triforce on it. I managed to go through many DSs in my childhood, and I lost the game.
Spirit Tracks.
Spirit Tracks. That's what it was. That was an odd game that I never beat because I didn't understand it. Are you a big fan of Zelda series, and how many games have you played of it?
I've played, let's see, Link's Awakening DX, Minish Cap. I think I started playing, not Link's Awakening, what was that? I did play Link's Awakening. I played the...
Link Between World Time?
No, but maybe. It's the Game Boy. It was a Game Boy port of a SNES.
Oh, a SNES game.
SNES game. Oh well, I played that. I played Majora's Mask for the most part. The Time and Seasons.
Yeah, the Game Boy game?
Yeah, the two games there. So I played like 5 or 6.
I always want to play Majora's Mask. Like, that seemed like the best Zelda game. From me just watching it, seemed like the most fun one to be a part of. Have you played Skyward Sword?
No.
Alright. I was always interested about getting that game for the Wii, but I never did. Anyways, we can move on from that. We're talking about some sad news. A video game studio closes its doors. United Front Games.
Totally know what they've made.
They made what's that game? Sleeping Dogs. And they just came out with a game called Smash and Grab or Smash Plus Grab. And if you have bought that game, they'll give you a refund because now they're closed down. They're in the middle of developing a game, and just out of nowhere they're done. Which is odd. They seem pretty successful. They worked on a Tomb Raider game that came out in 2013. They worked on the Halo Master Chief collection. Little Big Planet Karting. Triad Wars, but their most notable one, I guess, would be Sleeping Dogs. They seem pretty successful looking from the outside looking in, but it's still a developing story, so we don't know why or where the next, like, where the development process is going for this game, like who it's going to be brought to or whatever. I feel like maybe it's only titular. Maybe it's going to be part of another development team, but we don't know yet, so we'll get back to that one. Are you a fan of any of those games that they made? Like Sleeping Dogs?
I love Sleeping Dogs. So good.
I always wanted to play. There's like a lot of games that I always want to play, by like they look interesting, but I never have the money or the time to play them, which is sad. Life is short, kids. Next, I found, like, I'm really hyped off this. We got to see a dev diary this past week of the Halo Wars 2 development team. They're talking about multiplayer this time, and they were outlining the new implementations in the game. They had talked about a new game mode in particular called Blitz. Blitz is when you build your army before the game instead of managing your economy and building bases, which you would do during the game. You just pick what you want. I guess you're allocated a certain amount of resources.
So it's like the custom battle mode in the Total War series?
I don't know because I haven't played, but that would make sense because they partnered with Creative Assembly, yeah, to make that. So they're the people that made the Total War series and the Warhammer game. They also did Alien Isolation, which wasn't that like a
bit of a switch?
Yeah, a bit of a switch.
A bit.
But anyway, Blitz seems pretty interesting. Your units are in the form of cards, so I don't know why.
So that sounds kind of like the War Game series.
Never heard that either.
You should check it out. You like the War Games, so War Game might.
Like this is for me. It made it for me.
Might be for you.
Anyway, you deploy your cards or units during the course of battle the way you want to, and it's supposed to be fast paced and supposed to appeal to the casual fan. That's what I got from it. So I mean, I probably won't play because I'm more strategic in how I play Halo Wars. I really like the first one, but I like being slow. Like most time, my games go like 50 minutes to 90 minutes. I like sitting there for a while and playing one game. How you play Halo Wars 1?
No.
It's pretty good. You over here. It might not be as complex as other RTSs, but I had fun with it. Anyway, like we said before, they partnered with Creative Assembly, which I guess influenced them in this in making this new game mode. They also talk about adding more depth to the effects and more varied types of units. They also seem to have a lot more leaders in this game, maybe. So that's exciting. They're basically building upon the first game, which the game was awesome in my eyes. So I mean, I'm really looking forward to this because I love Halo Wars 1, and I'm probably going to get this game because it's coming out on PC, and hopefully by then I can fix my computer. Will you get this game as a real-time strategy fan?
Probably not. Because Mountain Blade 2, the official sequel, was announced recently, so I am getting that.
Alright then. Alright, it's coming out February 21 for the Xbox One and PC. Another Microsoft exclusive, like you said.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Oh, that's about it for the news, I would say. Next up, we're going to talk about Good Burger.
Ooh, Good Burger. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger.
May I take your order? So we're going to take a break and listen to some Kirby music this week. The way it works. Last week we listened to Mother 3, developed by HAL Laboratories. Another game that's developed by HAL Laboratories is Kirby. So next week...
So it's like the Kevin Bacon Degrees of Separation thing?
Yes. It's just like the movies, that's the same thing as well. We're picking people that are somewhat related. I kind of like that's a good idea. Anyway, enjoy it. Have a break. We'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. We're ready to talk about the hit film Good Burger. It's a teen/buddy film if you didn't know. Starring Kenan Thompson and that other guy.
Kel Mitchell.
Kel Mitchell. That's his name. We got another 5.6 on IMDb, so...
Solid.
And it ran for about an hour and 43 minutes. if you were watching the full version, I guess the theater version, but my version that I watched illegally on YouTube was an hour and 14 minutes. So I guess it's a TV version, I guess. So I got the basic plot out of it, but I guess I didn't get some like more character development, which was fine. I don't know what I missed. So I could see why critics would not like this movie. Most critics are like full grown adults. God, most critics are full grown adults and may not like they won't like this movie because it's not made for them. It's made for like kids. It was made for like Nickelodeon, right? So the 40-year-old movie critic who thinks 12 Angry Men is like the magnum opus of a film will not be the same guy who's rating this 10 out of 10. Like,
hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Unless he's like crazy.
But maybe we should like give kids an outlet to give reviews on things.
That's what school papers are for.
I didn't have a school paper in elementary school.
Oh, right, elementary school.
Well, I was talking about like 12-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
Like, it might sound like it doesn't have much credibility at face value, but I would love to see the perspective of 12-year-olds because, at least in my experience, we don't really get an opportunity to be, like, to reflect as or be introspective as 12-year-olds. We just kind of absorb things like a sponge.
Well, that's because a lot of 12-year-olds aren't capable of that level of introspection.
I don't know. It's like say, like, ask a 12-year-old, what do you like about Good Burger? And they'll tell you, they obviously like something about it.
I like them big meaty buns, guys.
The big meaty buns. Well, anyways, the movie was pretty funny and ironic. Just like kids media in the 90s, it had a couple sexual innuendos and some cursing.
A couple?
Carmen Electra is an embodiment of a sexual innuendo. She's a sex symbol herself. She's a model or whatever. And the scene where you first see her, she comes in to the song Roxanne by the Police, which is a song about a prostitute.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's basically trying to what's it called? To persuade Ed, which is the one of the main characters. He's the one who made. Oh, we need to backtrack. Actually, we need to backtrack. Can you explain the plot?
Okay, so you've got Kenan Thompson's Dexter is in school with a angry teacher guy. He's biking home or to work or wherever. Runs into this teacher's car, and the teacher's like, "I'm gonna sue you for damages," even though it's like, that wouldn't be much. It was a kid on a bike. Your car's not totaled.
No, I thought he crashed into the car because he tried to dodge a guy on the bike.
Oh right, yeah. He hit it with his own car. So yeah, they had to fix. He has to work to fix the thing, and then he gets a job at Good Burger.
Well, first he got a job at Mondo Burger, but he's that's too rough here.
He got fired.
Yeah, poor him.
Not really.
Who would want to work at like Mondo Burger? Seeming kind of like
I couldn't even wear those costumes for a few minutes. That would be painful.
I just don't get it. I don't know. That was confusing.
Yeah.
Anyway, after that, he was at Good Burger where he was introduced to all the people there, and he immediately found a love interest in a girl named Monique.
Played by Shar Jackson.
Yes, the famous one.
Totally.
Mm-hmm. And what else? Well, immediately you get that, what's his name? Ed is an idiot, which is played by Kel.
Yeah.
Basically saying dumb stuff. I forget what happens, but eventually, like, Mondo Burger opens.
They keep getting bigger and bigger burgers.
Oh yeah. Their whole thing is that like their burgers are gigantic, and why would you want to have a gigantic burger? It's not so much the size. I would think it'd be
quality.
It'd be the quality. It's just a big, gigantic meat patty.
If you can make a really big, really good burger, that's fine. But most of it doesn't.
That's like some stuff you see on Food Network, like niche restaurants that would do that. Like only like people who don't care about their lives. People are like bearing their sorrows who eat this burger. Anyway, they have like a big opening. It's basically they stole all the customers for Good Burger. And that's pretty much the problem, that these two competing burger places are going at it. But the thing is, Mondo Burger is cheating. They're using some chemicals to make their meat larger instead of getting actual more meat, which is highly illegal, I'm guessing. But we're not exposed to that from that point. But after a couple of days, Keenan and Kel, Ed and Dexter are sitting down eating lunch, and you see that what's his name? Ed brings out some sauce, starts eating it, and then spills it all over over Dexter, and he tastes like, man, this is good, and then everyone tastes it, it's like phenomenal, and they start using it, and now everyone's going to Good Burger because it tastes awesome. And basically, people at Mondo Burger trying to steal that sauce. Well, they didn't even try to. Well, at first they tried to steal it, and that's where Roxanne comes in. Her name is actually Roxanne as well, a culinary lecturer. Wants to basically get the ingredients of the stuff. Then they just basically quit on that because Ed is such an idiot. He doesn't. I guess he just doesn't have like.
He doesn't pick up on the sexual advances.
I guess he's an asexual being or something.
Or he's just incredibly dense.
Oh yeah, he is incredibly dense. Anyways, so he's just so dumb that didn't work. So she quits from doing that. And basically, from there, it's just they trying to sabotage him. So they kidnap Ed and Dexter. God, that's his name.
Yeah.
And because they try to get the illegal stuff from Mondo Burger and try to expose them, put them out of business because they know they're cheating. But then they get kidnapped and brought to Demented Hills, what's it called, an asylum.
Yeah.
Which was we won't get into details, but that was a fun place, right?
That was a really fun scene.
Yeah.
Dance scene with George Clinton.
Anyways, what else? Then they eventually break out by getting thrown out of a window that seemed like 3 stories tall, and even the old guy survived. Like I'm surprised he didn't die because the whole joke was that he's insanely old and he did not die from that big of a drop.
Yeah. Well, Abe Vigoda is a living legend, so you can't kill him.
Is he still alive?
I doubt it. No, he died. He actually died earlier this year, January 26th.
Mm.
Ripping pepperonis.
Well, shout out to that guy. Anyways, they make it back. I'm trying to remember. Well, basically, they make it back to Mondo Burger, and they were able to get them caught by when Ed was able to go in the kitchen by going through the top of the restaurant and
through the straw.
Through the straw on the top of the restaurant and spray all like so much of that stuff that their burgers are just obviously giant and manipulated in some type of way that they just had to like get the police to come and say this is illegal. And then they go back to Good Burger and Ed is celebrated, and then you end with the scene. Like, what do we do now, Ed? And there's like, welcome to Good Burger, home to Good Burger. May I take your order? And then the movie ends. At least for me, that's where it ended.
Yeah, that's pretty much where it ended.
Okay. What are your oh, back to the cursing thing though. The old man falls down and says he thinks he broke his ass, which could we do that today in a G movie?
Yeah.
We can.
Probably.
Alright, I'm making sure. The character development of Dexter was interesting. He turned from being like a self-centered guy to being like kind of friendly to Ed and being kind of virtuous, because at first he wanted to take advantage of Ed for making the sauce. Like, he signed a contract, like an 80-20 split. He can take 80% of whatever he makes off the sauce, even though you didn't make the sauce. He just came up with the idea of using the sauce. And eventually he got guilted by Monique to not do that. So he rips up the contract. By the end, it becomes nicer and nicer to Ed throughout the story, which is an oddly relatable and good message for the kids that will be watching this. Because as a kid, you don't know the balance between like being selfish and selfless, and the earlier you learn that, the more like better off you'll be. So I thought that was an interesting message. But how'd you like the movie?
It was good. I mean, I'll watch it occasionally when I'm feeling like having a sit down moment.
You didn't say that about Snakes on the Plane though.
That's because Snakes on a Plane made me fall asleep.
But you said you watched it at 12 o'clock. That's not fair.
It's too exciting.
Oh.
I got bigger things to do. Like avoid social interaction.
Well, like you just liked it, you watched it again. Like, what do you like in particular?
I don't know. I have good memories of it from when I was a child. So the nostalgia makes it better.
All right. So I picked the all-stars of this movie. You got Kenan Thompson, you got Kel Mitchell, you got Sinbad, you got Carmen Electra. I wanted to put Dan Schneider in, but he doesn't make movies besides like offshoots of like Drake and Josh
Yeah.
or Zoe 101, which we're not watching that. So
Darn.
I mean, he got a great TV shows.
Yeah. Abe Vigoda is a star.
No, he's not.
He's in Godfather.
But really,
Yeah. He, like I said, he's a legend. I'm not. That's not just a superlative. That's like true for him.
but who am I taking off to Shar Jackson? Yeah, she hasn't been in any movies besides Love and Basketball.
Whatever, it's your choice.
So Kenan Thompson was in The Magic of Belle Isle. It has Morgan Freeman in it.
That'll open us up to a lot of other.
We got Kel Mitchell, which was in the Battle of Los Angeles.
Because that's a movie people want to hear us talk about.
Is that a good movie?
Not from what I've heard.
Okay. We got Shar Jackson, which was in Love and Basketball. But I picked Toxic. That seemed more interesting. But now talking about it, I forgot what it's about, so it doesn't even matter. We got Sinbad that was in The House Guest. Alright, we got Carmen Electra that was in Starsky and Hutch, and that seems interesting. I never watched it before.
She was in a lot of stuff.
But she's not, like, are you interested in it? Like, you watched Starsky and Hutch before?
No, I don't usually watch buddy cop movies.
Well, I'll be interested in this. So, I guess we're just gonna pick The Godfather then.
No, you. Whatever.
No, it's your turn. I picked last time.
I don't care.
Alright, we're going with The Godfather then, because apparently this is a good movie, one of the best movies of all time. So I guess we have to watch it. So,
They have to.
But I mean, if you talk to somebody, you haven't watched The Godfather, you don't know movies till you watch this movie. Like, shut up, it's probably not even that good.
So we should watch The Babadook.
It does. I probably doesn't even hold a candle to The Snakes on a Plane. So
Probably not. No. Because Snakes on a Plane is the legendary movie. It's the greatest of all time.
But anyways, that's what we're gonna watch next week is Godfather 1. And
he was in part 2.
Part 2? Oh, we can't do it then. I can't start on the middle of the canon. We gotta guess we're doing
That's why I said he was in part 1, yeah.
Alright then. So it's settled. Godfather 1. Let's take a break. Then we're gonna come back and talk about our pitiful lives.
Pitiful is a harsh word.
But is it wrong though?
No.
Alright, we're back. And we're gonna talk about this past week in our lives. As high schoolers, a lot of things happen. And a lot of things don't happen in some cases. So this past week we had a little thing called Spirit Week at our school.
His school.
His school, my school. Yeah, I'm the his here. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's basically a week where you show your all that good school spirit to win that spirit stick. This nebulous, non-existent thing that you want to win for some reason.
You get to touch it once.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
we held it in Camp College. My team won.
All right. Well. Anyways, it's supposed to be like a competition of which class the seniors, freshmen, sophomore, or juniors have the most school spirits. The seniors win every year,
except for 2005.
Yeah, which this was why probably they changed why they started rigging it, because it would be pretty sad that the seniors going out is that you didn't even get to win Spirit Day, I guess.
Yeah.
Which really doesn't matter. By the time the year ends, you probably won't even remember.
It's more about fun than it is, or it's, supposed to be more about fun than it is about winning.
Well, to the lead up to Big Friday celebration, which is all the big competitions, there's a lot of smaller competitions before that. So on Monday, it was called Nerd Day. We had to dress up as nerds, which always is contentious to me, because what does a nerd look like?
I mean, I could have just worn a t-shirt from the most, obscure comic book character. But they'd just be like, "Are you just wearing a t-shirt? That's not nerdy."
Plasma Man.
Do you know who this is? Because a nerd would.
Well, that's not even it. It's like...
there are so many different ways.
When everyone mentions nerd, the first thing everyone says, suspenders. I gotta get suspenders.
Suspenders and duct tape on your glasses.
Yes. I don't see... I never... I don't know where the stereotype is coming from. I don't watch that much TV. I don't watch that many movies, obviously. So I don't know is that a prevalent thing in media, or
Yeah.
has it?
I mean, back in the day.
But why though?
Because your mommy would buy clothes for you, and mommies don't know what's cool.
Well, all right, I guess my mom still buys clothes for me because she's the one with the money in the house. I mean, whatever. Anyways, so I forgot it was Nerd Day, so I just happened to wear a plaid shirt, which I like to wear. Like a plaid button-up, well, not plaid, but it had a pattern on it, and it was buttoned
Flannel?
up.
It was kind of a flannel.
I mean, not really. It was kind of like a tablecloth. I don't know how to describe it. But anyways, with I think it was some tight jeans.
Was it like this?
It was not like that.
Dang it.
I was not wearing that.
You weren't scarce for a day?
No. Anyways, so I got counted even though I didn't want it to. I didn't really try to. I was like, I was gonna put a bunch of pencils in my pocket because that's nerdy.
Got the pocket protector?
I don't even know what is a pocket protector.
It protects your pocket from
Well, I got that part.
from being stained with ink and being rumpled because it has the pen thing that you stick a pen onto paper with.
Alright.
Little cap.
Alright. Well, I didn't have any of that. Most people wore suspenders, taped their glasses, or long socks.
Yeah.
Long socks are nerdy for some reason, even though I love long socks because they keep me warm at night. Anyway, that was Nerd Day, which the freshman won.
I'm triggered.
Stop! Don't say triggered. Don't become one of them.
I'm not becoming one of them. It's clearly satire, Mark.
Oh man, I hate when people say that. Because you know what you're referencing, right? You're referencing PTSD. Is that something we really want to joke about when we get mad at
But they've made it into a joke. The Tumblr feminazis that go way out of line with a lot of what they do.
we're gonna make a minuscule, you mentioned earlier about the not having women. I don't know if it was on the podcast or not, but you mentioned people were going crazy because they didn't have women in the first teaser trailer for Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
But we're gonna make trigger jokes about PTSD and people getting raped and stuff. That's what that comes from. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, that's where it really matters.
Well, anyways, I really hate people using that word. And lit. Why we bring that back? Why? We don't need to use that. It's gonna be
lit. This podcast is lit.
No. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be enjoyable because my friends are gonna be there. Let's say that. Let's say what we really mean. Lit, you're referring to smoking weed, and that's not okay. I mean, we're not. I'm not saying it's wrong, but it's not what we're doing. Maybe it is.
I thought lit was getting drunk. I mean, it's just turning up, I guess is what they say.
I'm finna turn up.
Get turned.
I'm happy that's dead too. But I'd rather turn up though, because that's more accurate instead of lit. Anyways, back to what I was saying. The freshman ones, the Nerd Day, for some reason they're really eager about participating, and then as you go along, you really don't care anymore because you realize you have no chance until you're a senior.
You're gonna win anyway. Yeah.
Then what was it? Tuesday we had color day, so you have to wear orange, white, or green. And what I did, I wore orange underwear. Well, I wore all three. I had a white Cedric Richmond, re-elect Cedric Richmond shirt. I had the green bandana we got last year around my arm, and I had orange underwear that I was wearing over my pants. And I put a ball of socks in the front of my underwear, so I had a big bulbous ball sack there.
Why?
So
who let that happen?
I walked through the courtyard. I went to the cafeteria. I walked from the cafeteria, from that angle. Walked to the courtyard. No one said anything. Wow, no one noticed this. Walked upstairs, and it's immediately everyone has their mouth ajar. And then for a split second, everyone thought my penis was actually that big, which that was fun. Anyways,
that's when you should have. Never mind.
No, that's not when you should. You look like a goof. Anyways, when I went to class, I was counted for whatever reason. Even though I don't know if that's in dress code or not.
Having a giant fake scrotum.
But anyway, the girl right next to me said, I heard her whisper, "Man, that's huge." I'm I hope she knows this is fake. This is not real. I didn't acknowledge it, so I'm
it's
just
real if you want it to be.
I hope I didn't say anything because I'm I hope she thinks it's real. Because maybe that can go somewhere. Maybe I don't know.
Do you know that?
Yeah, I know her.
Tell me later.
I'll tell you later. It's not gonna go anywhere, I'm sure. But because Because I already tried. Anyway, moving on.
Ooh.
Anyway, moving on.
Okay, so color day, then what?
Then Wednesday was senior skip day because the other class were playing
PSAT.
the PSAT, which
Wednesday wasn't senior skip day. That's like in May.
well,
But you got a day off, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they called it.
Oh well, like the official.
Even though it's not a skip day, you just have no school because there's no classes.
Yeah.
Which I stayed at home and did like some of my homework, and I that's when I finished Pokemon Coliseum actually, and I spent most of my day playing games and cleaning my room. Then Thursday, my sister woke up and asked me, "Do you want to go to school today?" I said yes at first because I still had perfect attendance and I want to get at least one award at awards day, but like, nah, I'm staying home today. Let's be nearsighted and myopic because I didn't do any I missed homework assignments. Like I didn't do all my homework that I realized. So I'm like, oh, I got 1 90-minute study hall to do all this homework. I'm like, you know what? I'm just not gonna come. I didn't study for the quiz today, so I'm not gonna go. And I kept doing more of the same. Did some of my homework, but mostly play video games and clean my room again. And what else? I started watching old Let's Plays for some reason. Thursday, and then Friday. I didn't go to school Thursday, obviously, but it was a theme day, and the seniors' theme was spooky
seniors.
So people,
movie scenes.
I didn't get to see what everyone was wearing, but Kay,
it was bad.
She uploaded on Instagram. She was wearing being, I guess, a zombie or something, which I don't know, it's whatever.
You have the picture saved?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I just want to see what some people were wearing.
And the other people, they had the Jungle Book Junior, so I'm guessing somebody came as Harambe, which I'm guessing was hilarious.
That was poorly planned.
Sophomores were Surf's Up sophomores, so I'm guessing people came in with like swim trunks on and was a SpongeBob or Patrick or whatever, because that's what they really went with, or brought a surfboard to school. And the freshmen, they were, what were they? Man, I do not remember what they were. I don't know. They were definitely something irrelevant. Anyway, Friday was the big day. The big day for me anyway, because I was a part of the activities of Spirit Day and the competitions.
Ooh, what?
So the first competition of the day was you had to get that wasn't first, that was the last thing. Anyway, the first competition you had to go outside and play.
Line up.
You had to line up and make a B. We had to make a B, so we had to take a big school photo. And before we went outside, I called my sister and said, remember, we might blow up today. Remember, I love you.
Yeah.
There are many free sea bass shirts out there. Free sea bass? You don't know what I'm referencing?
No.
Well, he's the guy who tried to kill us all, basically.
Oh, right, yeah, him. No, I know.
Anyways, after that, the first competition was powder puff football. So it's women's flag football, which, I mean, obviously it's in the women were playing and the men were cheerleaders. So it's turn them gender roles upside down, baby. That's what we want. Reverse sexism, which is still sexism.
It's not sexism.
Well, I mean, you're referencing something that's like sexist.
How is it sexist?
Because men were only being cheerleaders. Like women could be cheerleaders, cheering for other women, and men could play. Well, I guess they couldn't play because they're different sizes, but they
I wouldn't go so far as to say that's sexist. Just divided.
I guess.
Whatever. I mean, it's not.
I mean, it's not.
It wasn't malicious.
It's not malicious. Nothing to cry over. It's fine. And it was fun. And I think we won one game, lost one game, so whatever. After that was a tug of war. I was in this one. I was the anchor on the tug of war rope. They told me to take my shirt off, and I happily did. I had an undershirt on, but they say, Mark, you might have to take your shirt off to use it as gloves because they ran out of gloves. But good. I don't know how to use a shirt as gloves, which is kind of arduous.
Put it over the rope and hold it.
Yeah, this seemed kind of arduous though. So I was able to get some football gloves from my boy Mike, which were pretty tight on me. But anyway, it gave me a good grip, and I was able to anchor that rope. What else? And we won. We beat the sophomores and the juniors, which the first one was kind of easy. It took us about like 5 seconds to pull them back. The second one was contentious. There was controversy over this one. because we were about to win the first match, but the people walked on, the juniors that we were facing, their class walked onto the field and they said, nope, redo. You can't. I mean, even though it didn't affect the game, they still said a redo. And we had a very good chance in losing because everyone was tired after that. We put our hearts out on that game we was about to win. We were inches away from winning. And they said, no, redo it. And they had, like, the juniors have some really big, strong guys on their team. You know, Crawford?
Yeah.
That guy is jacked.
Yeah.
He's even more jacked than he was last year. He has muscles on his muscles. And his muscles on his muscles have muscles. And he has muscles on his eyeballs. He can, whatever. He's really strong. And then that Donovan, you might know him. He just gets stronger. He looks like LeBron, a 190-pound version of LeBron. Anyways, so it took us like a good minute to win that one, but we like at the beginning, like everyone fell down besides me. I'm like, if I fall down, we definitely gonna lose. So I just dug my feet in as hard as I could, and I didn't want to be embarrassed because everyone expected me to win. And we pulled through though. Like, it was really tough, and my body still hurts from playing that game. My hip hurts, my right arm hurts. I feel like I played football. Like I played in a football game because like weird parts of my body hurt for some reason. So that felt great because as soon as we won, everyone rushed the field and started like, yes. It was like a rush of euphoria. Everyone was patting me on the back, giving me dap. It was awesome. It was like I did something good in my life for once that everyone saw. Much like this podcast. So that was fun. After that, we went in the gym. Hopefully all the girls saw me. That'd be pretty cool. Cause I asked some people like, did I look strong? I'm like, yeah, you definitely look the strongest one out there. So thank you. So I look good. We should have won. We have like a couple guys squatting 300 pounds. Almost 300 pounds. So we should have had it, and we did. And then after that, we went to the gym and we did Jeopardy, which we won handily because all the other classes are dumb.
Because Lynette saved us. I heard Lynette put us up to a big lead.
Yeah, because she knew all the history about Ben Franklin. Yeah, and everyone else, like for the rest of the rounds, like barely anyone answered any questions. Like none of the classes knew what the answers were. So we won that handily. After that, it was skits and songs, and baby,
Your skit was terrible.
We got a bad crop this
terrible.
Year. The freshmen, I forgot what they did. It was something lame. Like the freshmen always do something lame.
You
so
don't care about that. What'd you do?
We gotta build it up. We're the last ones.
You don't have to build it up.
The sophomores, I care because I like the sophomores. The sophomore had the best skit and the best song because they did like 7 different popular songs. And they sang some Katy Perry. I'm like, yeah, I like this, and like I was kind of cheering for him or whatever. And then the skit was pretty funny or whatever. It was the best one. The juniors were terrible. Their skit was terrible, and their song was whatever. I don't remember their song. So it was. Then we were next, and like, I don't get why none of us practiced. Like we went over the song like once at lunch. Oh, sorry about that. So we went over the song once at lunch, and it showed that we only practiced once because like nobody knew the lyrics, and it was just terrible. Like the song wasn't good itself. Because we were doing like the song Halloween, the theme for Halloween. Yeah, and we're singing over that.
The lyrics I saw at first, it was like 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2. Seniors coming for you.
That was the build up.
That only works if you have a little ethereal demon girl singing it, not 100 hormonal teens chanting it in a gym with crappy audio.
It should have just been Annalise just doing it herself. That would have been nice because she's like could be like
she can be kind of scary.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
at least unsettling.
And then then he's saying like over Halloween, which we got the actual orchestra to play, and you could tell
and they were not.
They were not ready. Like what were y'all doing? Just play like some audio from your phone or something, like everyone else did. You don't have to go all overboard. Like that sucked. And they were playing the organ, like to make it like because that's a scary instrument, I guess, which was fine. Until we played the next song. We were doing a Beyonce song, which was supposed to be like really sad and supposed to make you feel for us and like get all sentimental about our time here, and it just didn't do that. Like we had to start the song over like 3 times because they kept starting like playing before us or being offbeat. It was just a train wreck. And then when we were in the middle of the Beyonce song, which was also a train wreck, this wasn't good. The whole junior section was holding up L's and waving back and forth. Like we were waving our phones with the flashlights on, and they were just waving L's back and forth. And I was just sitting there with my mouth wide open like, wow, we really suck.
First off, y'all copied that cell phone thing from the seniors last year.
Yeah. We're not original, and we're not that smart or creative. So very weak crop.
But you're not done?
No. You can go ahead. What?
I was just going to say, so I tried to get there, because I've been going there for 3 years. This was going to be my last big day, too. And there was recently a school shooting threat that was supposed to take place on Spirit Day. So I understand why they're a little hesitant to let people in, but I was like, I'm here to visit some friends and get tutoring. And they're like, they don't have class today, you can't get tutored. It's like, they just didn't, they could have told me no, but they should have given me better reasons for it.
Well, the thing is, they let all the other graduates of the school come.
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
Like, if anyone other than Coach Kessel had answered the door, like if it were Batson or Coach Allen or something, if it had been someone that knew me, they'd be like, oh yeah, come in. But I think it's because she didn't know me. But that wasted 3 hours of my day.
When did you go? Like, what time did you show up to school?
Like 11.
Oh, you should have showed up like earlier than that, because then Coach Allen would have been there.
Yeah, I tried. But I didn't want to be sitting there the whole day, because I still wanted to get some stuff done.
And then after that, around the time that you came to school, we had lunch, which was like an hour long, and I had nothing to do. So I was throwing a football around, like catching, like Randy Mossing, as they say, mossing these little kids that are half my height, which was fun. I also got to dunk a small size basketball, which is also fun.
Step up from pine cones.
Yeah, step up from pine cones, but each time I like dunk, I try to dunk hard. I keep cutting the same spot on my finger on the rim, and it's getting pretty nasty now.
Maybe stop dunk. Is it the same rim?
No, it's all the rims outside. I can't dunk inside because, like, we couldn't. Yeah. Like, it's not allowed during lunch.
But is it something like on the rim that's cutting you, or is it just like?
It's the rim. It's just the rim itself.
The rim itself.
Well, in the force combined with the force, like when I dunk soft, like I still might cut it, but it might not be as bad because the rim is like made out of metal, like rusted metal, which I probably should put some Neosporin on this cut, but who cares?
Probably should. Or just cut the finger off.
Well, I kind of need it for free throw
right
shooting.
At the knuckle, though. I mean, you can still kind of.
Anyways, so I did that. I got a new friend. His name Vincent. He respects me now because I beat him so badly at tug of war.
You're not gonna keep that friend.
I mean, he's a freshman, so eventually I'll leave him next year.
You're gonna leave him like 5 months.
Yeah. After that, we went back, and I'm mad though. I'm mad because I was sitting with Kay, and Aries, and Kay was able to stay back in a classroom for the second half of the day.
Yeah, she was with Batson Henry. She was with some friends.
And Laura. I'm like, I kind of like, at first I was like, man, why didn't you just bring me? Like, Laura was there singing Hamilton for 3 hours. Thank God I was not there.
Glad I got turned away at the door.
So I avoided that, but I had to sit through like 5 different dance teams dancing. I'm like, I do not want to see this. I'm tired of like the same people just shaking their ass all the time. Like, I do not want to see this.
Pick your poison. You want to sit through Spirit Day or sit through Hamilton, sung by Laura.
And then you had the dance team, you had the cheerleaders. You had the cheerleaders do like some type of skit. They had the majorettes, which I didn't even know we had. We have 3 majorettes at the school.
What?
Yeah, I didn't know either. And then like one of them dropped the stick. They dropped the batons. I'm like, that's the one thing as a majorette you just can't do, because none of us know what's a good majorette, like what a good majorette looks like. We know what a bad one looks like, and that's it. You just dropped it. Like, she looked so mad that she dropped it. I feel bad for her, but that's all right. We moved right on to basketball, which the seniors won all 3 games against the juniors, the sophomores, and the faculty. And for some reason, these old faculty members keep like bringing these games to it came down to a game-winning shot which Jack hit. Like they were playing good basketball, all ball cuts, screening. Like the only reason they lost is because they have this like accountant that like you don't really see her on a day to day, but she's like a accountant for the school. She's the one that takes care of like all the money when like school fees and all that stuff, and the payment plans and all that. But she always like she has a bad jump shot.
Miss Sharif?
I don't know if that's her name.
Blonde?
Yeah.
Skinny?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Works in the office. Yeah.
So
she's cool.
She just took one too many jump shots. If not, like if we gave that to somebody else, they probably would have won. And you know who I hate though? Coach Ryan. He is always playing like there's NBA scouts in the room.
He the tall white guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't do it this game. Like he wasn't that bad this game. But when we play with him in PE, like in PE 4 and PE 3, he is elbowing, tripping people, like just being a bad teammate. Like whenever you he pass you the ball and you miss a shot that you probably wouldn't have made, like or you shouldn't have made. Like what the hell are you doing or whatever? Like I just like he just like that guy. You're that guy. Like dude, you're like 30-something years old. We're like a bunch of teenagers. Like you're double our age. Leave us alone.
You're playing people who are mostly going to peak in high school. Let's calm down here.
I mean, he peaked in high school. I mean, that's why you need a college education, kids, because you don't want to like tear your ACL and lose all that scholarship money and not go to the NBA. Or you can just cry about not being a paid athlete in college. You can do that too.
Or you could like die.
And that's always an option, implicit.
No college, no student loans if you don't live.
And the other players that were playing was the Principal Jackson, which he actually he made a couple wide open jump shots and actually made layups this game. Had a pretty good game. And then Coach Allen, the Hall of Famer, he played for
the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame for UC Santa Barbara. He is the second in the school for steals all time, and he only played 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's the Hall of Fame for that. So like he was ripping people because he's a legend at that. So I mean, and he was making threes. He was doing everything. He was playing pretty good. But somehow, Jack was like 0 for 8 going into like the last possession because all they're doing was chucking threes. They weren't driving or anything. I mean, Andre made like 2 or 3 threes.
Threes wins games. Threes win games.
Not good. Open threes win games. Like you shouldn't be taking contested pull-ups. Like
half court shots win games.
I mean, sometimes if you're Baron Davis. I mean, anyways, he pulled up. They had the ball for like a good 20 seconds. But since there was like no shot clock, they could just hold the ball as long as they want. And what I hate is that they didn't pass. They didn't set a screen. Like it's so easy. It's so easy to just set a screen and get separation. And the game was tied, so you could have won on a layup, but no, you want to pull up from 3 in front of the Hall of Famer, the Hall of Famer. Like his thing is that he averaged 3 steals in every game. He averaged at least 3 steals, and you want to pull up right in his face. This guy is awesome, and he nails it because I guess eventually he has to regress to the mean, and he finished the game 1 for 9. The people are just gonna remember the game-winning shot, which is sad. And also in the earlier game when we were playing the juniors, Cameron threw the ball between Donovan's legs, caught it, and then did a contested finger roll against this really tall white guy, and the whole crowd went wild. Which was something. And
see that I wish I could have seen.
And Donovan got like a chase down block on Jack.
I don't know any of these people.
But I was really excited because I love when Donovan plays. He plays with so much aggression. I love it.
Would you marry?
Well.
Kidding.
Anyways,
childish.
We played volleyball after that, which I don't care about. I don't want to talk about, and we lost like both of the games. I'm pretty sure.
Good.
So then we went back to homeroom. And this is why I hate, because Spirit Day ran long, so we didn't get out of school until like 3:40, and my bus comes at 3:35. So I had to wait at school another hour for the bus, which wasn't all bad, because I got to talk to Kay for about 20 minutes. Then she left. Then I had to talk to some other friends, my black friends.
Wow.
Because that's a friend group. That's a label that we could use.
That you can use.
Anyone can use this. The backlash.
I think if I said, these are my black friends, that would not go over well.
These are my token black friends, guys.
I wouldn't say token.
Anyways, we talked, we had fun, and again, my boy Donovan coming through. He said he'll sell his 3DS and all his games for $120. He got
time to get me $120.
yeah, he got Pokemon X, Pokemon Mega Ruby. He got Smash Brothers on there, which I'm not really a big fan of on DS. On 3DS, and he probably has some Wii Shop games on there as well. So I'm really getting a good price for this. I was gonna buy a 2DS, but if I can get a 3DS and all these games for the same amount, why not? Anyways, that was.
So your Spirit Day was like every other Spirit Day.
Yeah.
Just about.
And then after that, we went out to eat at Wendy's, which was good. Got a grilled chicken sandwich. It tastes really good. And that's about it.
You didn't talk to that girl?
I didn't talk to that girl. You don't want to know why? Because this is what I didn't want to mention last week, but I'm really over it now. I mean, I still might advance on her maybe, but I'm not really like high on her again. Because Sunday morning, Saturday night, she was out, and I saw her on Snapchat. She was Snapchatting this, and she seemed to be pouring a big glass of alcohol, clear alcohol, and that alcohol might have been, vodka. It also might have been water. I don't know.
It's really hard to tell.
Or moonshine, maybe. That's pretty hardcore. Or absinthe, maybe.
It could have been straight rubbing alcohol, for all we know.
Yes. Well, I mean, she's not dead, right? So, anyways, I was like, oh, you're one of those people. Like, you have bad judgment. I just don't like people who do that. Like, kind of turn me off on them.
So you're not one of the guys that's like, I can fix her.
No, I'm not.
That's good.
Anyways, and then she said the main problem is like you could drink or whatever. That's fine. I mean, that's up to you. But the thing is, to me, is that she seems not to have the respect to authority that I would like. Because she told me Friday that she was grounded. She not allowed to go out because she had a bad grade on the test. Like, I get that. So, but she sneaks out of the house to go with her friend, go by her friend's house or whatever, and doesn't come back home until 4:20 in the morning, which is on. Yeah, very fitting. So I'm like, again, bad judgment.
So your line was, she doesn't have the respect for authority you would like?
Well, yeah, like your mother's grounding you for a reason. Like,
I mean, that's fair, but you don't like wild women?
I mean,
feisty.
I like wild people, but that doesn't mean disrespectful. Like, you could be like zany or whatever, but I mean you have to be blatantly disrespectful to like the ultimate authority in your life at this time.
That's true.
Like, and you just got what I think, you got grounded for a reason, and like you need to learn a lesson. Obviously, you did. Like, you feel like you're right.
You should look into that more though.
What?
I'm just saying, maybe like her grounding was lifted, or it was just for Friday.
I mean, maybe, definitely. Well, nothing good. A popular NBA analyst, former basketball player, told me, Jalen Rose said, nothing good happens after 2 o'clock, and she was definitely
nothing good happens after 2 a.m.
So she was definitely out way past that, not doing good things, I'm presuming. But she was out with her friends that are girls, so I guess nothing like really bad was happening. She was just hanging out, which is fine. I mean, it's all fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It kind of turned me off for a little bit. And what else? I don't know.
You didn't go to the homecoming game, did you?
No, I didn't. So
I did, and I regret not going sooner, because it can be pretty fun if you're with the right people. I didn't see any of the game. They won like 20-6. Franklin won 20-6, and I don't know when they scored because I didn't hear anybody cheer or anything. Because I was sitting right next to the band with my right ear, and my left ear is basically done.
Mm-hmm.
So I just didn't hear anything. And so the band director was like, "Oh, we're up 26," and I'm like, "When did y'all score 20 points? I was only 5 minutes late."
Did they miss a field goal, or did they go for 2?
I don't know. Maybe they kicked 2 field goals.
Yeah.
But I got to hang out with Henry, friend of the show, and his girlfriend. And I hate saying this, but it's like I feel bad when I hang out with them.
Why?
Because they're just so good together and they're so cool. but I don't give them the respect that I feel they deserve sometimes.
Interesting. Well, I mean, that's pretty much my week. How about you? Anything interesting going on past week?
I've been doing some vlogging.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. I've just been doing some vlogging.
All right. Well, what can we expect this week from you, Sam?
More vlogging?
More vlogging, all right. From me, I don't know. I got a lot of things to do. I'm a busy man, and I don't see myself getting any less busy in this week, especially because I got a lot of catching up to do. So, with that being said, we're done for the day. A little recap. The Nintendo Switch is coming out this March. You got Red Dead coming soon. United Front Games is going. We don't know how that's going to work out. Nintendo Zelda Breath of Fire. We're looking forward to that. Halo Wars 2, I'm looking forward to that. Everything's looking good in the future of gaming right now. And next week we're watching Godfather Part 1. And that's about it. Any final words for this week?
Like, comment, subscribe.
Alright. We'll see you later and share with your friends. Hope you enjoy.